Hi everybody, here we are again today, and I'm glad we're able to come together. And today I'm going to do a tarot reading for everyone, and I'm going to be using the Edgar Allen Poe tarot. Okay, for those of you who like his stories, my favorite was The Telltale Heart. I love that one. Okay, so I said to myself, do I really want to do 3 decks or only one? So I think I'm just going to work with the one. Okay, let's just see what my soul family wants me to share with you today from the energies that we get. Of course, I only use 5 cards in each row, and then I will finish up with a very quick explanation of geological energy pockets. An interesting topic, isn't it? Okay. For those of you who might be here for the first time and have not seen any of my other videos, I am Catalina. I go by my spirit name. I do have a matrix name, but that's the one I choose to use on my channel. Okay, so that's Catalina. And I'm very happy to meet you. All right, so 2 more cards. So what I will be doing is I'll be looking at the images in these cards. I'll be holding them up to the best that I can to the screen to let you see the images, and together we'll figure out what the energies are. All right, so the first energy is going to be, looks like I need my handy dandy flashlight. Okay, the 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups. And that's all about past lifetimes. That can be anything representing nostalgia, remembering something, pondering on something, contemplating about something. But let's just see what the next energy is to connect to that one. Okay. Okay, the next one is the Queen of Swords. Okay, so again, I'm going to look carefully at these images and get the energy from it. Okay. Okay, in this image, we have, it looks like a female Sphinx, a miniature size version, and the woman in the picture is, she's representing something that looks like maybe of royalty. She's carrying some kind of a crown or tiara on her head. It definitely gives the vibes that it's somewhere around Egypt. Okay. Now, if you look closely at the setting, it's very dark. It's very dismal. There's only a very little bit of light in the very far, far, far background. Okay. And she is holding on up some kind of a staff. And I believe that looks like an eagle. Okay, it's definitely got a gem in the center of it with wings. And the Queen of Swords is all about boundaries. Putting up boundaries, saying enough is enough about something, putting one's foot down about something happening in their life, and she represents that energy. Okay. Again, we'll go back to the Six of Cups. That represents something from a past lifetime. So the fact that we have past lifetime and then we have an Egyptian theme following soon after, we're talking about a connection. Maybe it's you who has this in your lineage, your ancestral lineage, and they're trying to share something about your past lifetime and how it connects you to where you are here in the present timeline inside this matrix world. Okay, let's see what they're going to say next. Oh, wow. Ouch. Okay, so the next one is the Nine of Swords. That's all about anxiety, feeling possibly haunted about something. Something won't let this person be. Something is bothering this individual to the point they can't sleep, they can't eat. Their health is failing, it's being affected. And yeah, this person in this picture is actually bedridden. To be in that type of a state, you're in a pretty frazzled state of mind. If you look outside, the trees have no leaves, no foliage of any kind, just bare branches. That can represent this person's perception of the outside world. And the energy I'm getting is that even though they feel like they're being attacked in all directions in their life, the safest place for them is to be in their bed, not want to do anything, not want to go anywhere. That's a pretty distraught energy to be in. It really is. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Now, I've talked many times in my previous videos about life origins. This card in particular is depicting a life origin, I believe, of a goblin, possibly. Some kind of a goblin. A very dark, dismal place. And yet, this represents the King of Cups. Okay. Again, these come from the stories of, yeah, I'm trying to get that glare off there. It's probably not going to work. Well, see what you can from it. From Edgar Allen Poe, and he had a pretty dark way of looking at life. He truly did. So the King of Cups normally is about a proposal of some kind. It's about being in love. The masculine energy being in love. And being in touch with their emotions, their heart. Opening up their emotional part of their self. Okay? And the last card, oh my goodness. Okay. Wow, these are really depicted. This is, you can see that. Yeah. He's falling apart. This is the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is all about defeat, feeling that they've lost, that the opponent, or if in their own mind they thought there was even an opponent, feeling like that person is more so victorious than they themselves are. Yeah, but you can't get any clearer than that. He's literally falling apart in this picture. I'm not laughing because of that, but yeah, it's not even explanatory. It's self-evident with seeing it with our eyes, right? Okay. All right, so we're going to go to the next row of 5, and let's see how we add on to what's in the first row. Okay. Let's see what this one is. All right. Quite interesting, I'll say that. Okay, so the next card is the Lovers. The Lovers. And that represents two people loving each other. A lot of people say twin flames, soulmates. Just very compatible. You take it as you resonate with it. If it means boyfriend, girlfriend, if it means husband, wife, or if it just means, you know, friends with benefits. I mean, anything goes nowadays, right? Okay, but they look pretty. Everything's dark. Very, very dark. And these are happening under the moon, not the sun. There's no blue skies. It's very dark, very dismal, very dark. I want to say that's an owl, but it doesn't look like it is. I'm not able to make out the image that well. But there's luminous clouds, just like there's fog around their feet. I mean, this is very, very, very low vibrational energy forming around them, okay, through the elements. So what does that say? Let's start again. A past life connection, having to connect somehow to Egypt, okay, in that area of the world. Someone is extremely distraught, extremely distressed over something that has happened for them, whether it's male or female. And then it goes into the King of Cups, and again, it depicts the life origin of a goblin. So the energy of this reading is bringing out the fact that whoever this is talking about has maybe in the past lived a life as a goblin. And they have an entourage, and it looked like this particular individual is like a leader of some kind. Some people call them covens, others call them like a dark lord, or some kind of a secret gathering. Okay, it definitely involves the occult. All right. Then you have the next depiction, which was the Five of Swords. Very, very graphic. Yeah, just falling apart here. All right, just falling apart, feeling like everything is splitting apart in their life. And then it comes to this picture, which is very dark, very dismal, very, very, very low energy, just low energy. And the reason I'm saying that is because you don't have those kinds of elements appearing when you're high vibrating. It just doesn't happen. No, it does not. Yeah. But it's like two individuals are lovers. They're like in cohorts. They're like team members. They're like a couple. And they support each other in what they do. They support their endeavors together. It looks as if this female, the energy of this female is like a support system for the male, and the male turns around and is a support system for the female. So, yeah. They're definitely close. All right, so the next card is, oh wow, Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands. As you can see in this picture, there's a bunch of journals or books opened up with writing on them. But the writing, as if I'm understanding correctly, no one's written on them. Now that I'm looking closer, no one's written on these pages. And all of the pens have been laid down. So when you see paper and pen together, that in a spiritual sense means some kind of a contract coming together. The fact that you have 1, 2, 3, 4 different books open with pens on top, meaning at one point someone was supposed to sign that. Someone was supposed to agree to something, and they've all laid their pens down. They've all stopped whatever was supposed to continue happening. Okay? And the fact that all of these other negative experiences has happened throughout the reading of this card so far for this particular individual or individuals or couples. Something has happened now that you have this. These two are connected to these papers, these journals or whatever they were, to not go forward and be signed by whoever was supposed to sign them. All right. The next card, 3 of Cups. Okay, so the 3 of Cups is always about coming together, celebration. Again, it can represent other things. It can represent parties, always having a good time, wanting to be always dressing up and having somewhere to go, if you know what I mean. This particular image is more of a Victorian time period. Okay. Or the embellishments on the decor of the inner walls and so forth. So some kind of a ball is happening. Some kind of a mask ball is happening. And yeah, that is kind of bringing forth. I don't know if any of you have ever seen the movie Eyes Wide Shut. Okay. Stanley Kubrick, and very controversial film. I'm still trying to decide if I want to actually watch it. I know of it, but I've never actually watched it. And I do know that in that film, it's all about masquerade balls and the happenings that go on at these types of gatherings, okay? So some kind of a celebration is happening. But this is the middle of it, saying nothing is being signed, nothing is going forward. A contract that should have been signed is no longer being signed. Everyone's laid their pens down in a spiritual sense. Now somebody's celebrating about that. They're just going on with life, doing as they normally do. Okay? And if you look at the cards previous to that, you had the female with a small sphinx, and you had the Egyptian theme. She has her staff in hand. She wears the tiara. It's very similar to the same kind of tiara that Isis is known to have worn, the Egyptian goddess. Yeah, so look at that. Whatever was supposed to happen involved ancestors, and now they put a halt to it. It's done. It's over. It's not going to happen again. Okay, they're telling me to go back to this one. In this picture is depicted a very sweet-looking young man, maybe early, maybe 14, 15, something like that, 16. A very sweet, virtuous young woman who is, shy and wants to be close to the one who she holds in her heart. Okay, and they're it's like an innocence of love together. Okay, and that says past life. Okay, so again, that means they have a connection together. There was something connected to them spiritually. So in that sense, it means twin flame, soulmate. And then on top of it is this. And what I'm getting is that it's this young man. Somehow from this, he's transformed into this. And from whatever life partner he was supposed to have in this depiction, see the blue skies and the foliage and the beautiful there are jewels in the cups. I mean, they were supposed to have something very beautiful and amazing together. This is now what exists because he chose poorly. Okay? Total contrast. Total contrast. Okay? That's powerful stuff. Because of that, the ancestors who are of Egyptian bloodline were in charge of whatever was happening. No, absolutely not. Whatever was supposed to go forward, it has been halted. All pens have been commanded to be laid down. That's it. Done. Now we got this guy back here, distraught, ill health. Everything looks bleak. No bright blue skies, no foliage on the trees, nothing. This is this guy's perception of himself, his life. He feels attacked. He feels distraught. Too much stress. Why? Because of this. He's a fuckboy. He wanted the party life. He didn't want to be serious. He wanted to have a great time. And the fact that everyone's wearing a mask means no one is true. Everyone's fake. You can pretend to be anyone you want to be. But in the end of it all, you still have yourself to come back to. And remember that. We can trick ourselves till we're blue in the face thinking we're never going to do something that we know in our hearts we should do. But all we're doing is delaying the process. We're not eliminating it. Okay? So that's just setting us back. And when I mean set us back, I'm talking more reincarnations to live out and to graduate karmic lessons from. Okay. And yeah, that can be detrimental. It's not an easy process by any means. So then we had, again, the King of Cups, who in this is depicting a goblin lord. He's a dark lord. There's no brightness. And remember, anybody who is low vibration, they cannot be in bright light. They cannot be around bright colors. And if they are, it can't be for very long. Because what they show of themselves in a daytime, yeah, they put all of that away at night. And their true form shows forth. Yeah, that is a truth. So the next card is the Six of Wands. Here we go. Okay, so we've got the King of Cups is, again, someone, whether he's a goblin in a past lifetime or hiding himself in human skin and he's still a goblin in this lifetime. Okay, that's to be discovered. But at the same time, he's a leader. He's got a following. He's got an entourage. He snaps his fingers. They say, you know, he says jump. They say how high. You know. He says grovel on the floor. They say, do you want me to lick it up too? I mean, come on. He's got that kind of leverage. And then the next card is the Six of Wands. That's all about publicity, being in the public eye, needing to be seen, feeling you need to have people looking at you at all times. I mean, what is social media if that isn't what this is depicting, right? Everybody wants to be seen. Everybody wants people to know who they are. Yeah. But in this particular depiction, it's about clout. Clout is all about looking good, sounding good, being I'm not going to say gazed upon, but definitely all eyes are on this person. Okay. And they love it. All right. So this person, this is who they are in the daytime. And this is who they are in the nighttime, or in their dark moments where they feel safe. You've heard that song, The Freaks Come Out at Night? Yeah, it's real. And if you think it's not really happening and you want to keep your blinders on, you can do that. But it's real. It really is. That's why it's so important for divine sparks to always ask for divine light and love energy. Always protect, always watch over, always guide. Okay? You know, for those of us who are Christian, or for anyone who knows this prayer, I think it's Ephesians 6:8. It's putting on the armor of God. Okay? And there's truth to that too. Okay, so the next card, this is the one we saw before. And this guy's all okay, my soul family is saying this guy is he's not whole. He's absolutely not whole. he feels very scattered in his thoughts. He feels very scattered in his heart. He does not believe he's together in anything he's done up to this point. He makes it look good. He has people thinking that he's got his shit together, is a way to say it. It's all a ruse. Wow. Okay, so a lot of people say that Nine of Pentacles is all about self-sufficiency. I'm going to add it's all about loving yourself and not in a healthy way. I'm all about inviting all of us to love ourselves more, to believe in ourselves more. But the energy coming from this card is self-serving, and that's not true love. That's egoism, egotism. Yeah, you want the finer things in life, and you do what you have to do to get them. But is it honest? Okay? Are you doing it honestly? Are you working hard? Are you pulling your arts and your crafts and your creativity from within you? Or are you taking from others and claiming it yours? There's a difference, an absolute difference. That's the energy I'm getting from this. Okay? So what am I getting from this into this? Okay? This person is an absolute mess. And I'm getting, they feel so not together. And it has to do, yeah, sad as it is to say, I'm getting a feeling or an energy coming from this that's saying it has to do with this female character. They have not controlled, but they've manipulated, thank you. They manipulated this man. And I'm seeing it as a male with a female. Yeah, whoever this female is, she's manipulated this younger man to the point that he's lost pieces of himself. He feels carved up. He feels he's cut himself into little sections that have served others, but it's left him feeling not put together. He does not feel whole in himself. Okay. All right. So the last group I'm going to use for this okay, let's see. But what I'm gathering, this whole reading to this point is all about this one individual, and the overall energy of this individual is definitely male. That's what I'm getting. So I would definitely say a man. All right. So the first card is Page of Swords. Okay. Page of Swords. All right. And the Page of Swords is all about learning, discovering, exploring, wanting to know more, being very curious about something. Researching, what I always encourage everyone to always do. Research, research, research. All of the truths really are here. We just have to invest our energy into looking and finding for them to show up. Okay. All right. So this young woman has a book in her hand. She has a wand in her hand. Wow, that is powerful. The energy I'm getting from this image is that she's already tapped in her abilities. And she's very confident in what she can do spiritually. Now she's standing in front of 2 stone statues that come across as being some kind of older women with wings on their backs and wands in their hands. The world of magic truly exists. It does. It truly exists. All right? The energy I'm getting from this is that she is saying, no. Whatever you thought you were going to do to me, yeah, I've put a stop to it. She has stopped these 2 people or these 2 characters from going any further. Again, wow, that's pretty deep. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what my soul family is sharing with me. They're literally saying to me right now, I lost a card. That's what I'm grabbing. Okay. This is powerful stuff, what they're saying. They're saying, remember the card that depicted the male and the female in the very dismal environment as lovers, couples, Bonnie and Clyde, whatever you want to call them, right? And then you have 2 older women who are very haggard in their face. They have wings. Okay, again, that means in most cases we understand that as angel. Wow. What they're saying through this and through this is that this same reflection that controls these 2 to make their life dismal, to make their life so low vibrating, has tried to come up against this very spirited, talented young woman. And before they have a chance to inflict their infectious poisons of who they are in this young woman's life, she has put her trust for her family to help her spiritual family to help her to stop these 2 in their tracks. So even though it's these 2 that are doing the attacking, this is the reflection. This is who they see themselves as being or being controlled by. And so that is the reflection that shows up for her. That's pretty wild, pretty intense. So because they're controlled by this ancient character, they've both been overtaken. That's a better way to say it. Overtaken by this ancient entity. And so as they come closer to this vibrant, spiritual young woman, they think they're going to bring her demise, only to realize they've been stopped in their tracks as if they were stoned statues. Like anyone who knows the story in the Bible about Lot's wife, okay? It was told to her, do not turn around. You will be turned into a pillar of salt. You can believe it or you don't have to believe it. It's all in faith. It's all in understanding of what it's saying. Okay? So basically, they don't get away with what they're trying to do. They're stopped in their tracks. All right. That was the first card. And the second card is strength. Okay? So we're going to go back to the female. She's gained her spiritual strength. She's gained it. No more. I'm tired of your nonsense. I'm tired of your dumb games. Thinking I want to play. Not this time. Okay? And again, that falls on the contract that was never signed. All the pens were put down. The ancestor has put a stop to that. Halt. Yeah. When someone of royal authority or great power and authority stands up and puts their staff in front of somebody, that's, oh my gosh, that's huge in terms of power. Like, as of now, it's over. It's done. I have spoken. Bam. Finished. And at the same time, strength pops on top of that, saying, because of the inner strength that this young woman has, and then the next card is wow. Her soul family's bringing her someone special and beautiful and good who's going to be there for her, who is going to go ahead. Whatever contract was supposed to be signed, that's what this is saying now. Whatever contract was supposed to be signed, all right, between these two, okay, because of the choice that was made, the authoritative ancestor put a halt to whatever contract was original. They gave her strength to move past it because of all of this person's bad choices, partying, covens, secret societies, whatever, right? Someone brand new is coming in. That means someone is going to be able to be manifested into the matrix, but it won't be with this same person anymore. It's going to be with a new vessel. Someone who is going to step up to the plate and be with this woman. Okay? Going to come together. He's got the castle, he's got the abundance, he's got the know-how, and Yeah, there's freedom. There's the eagle. Absolute freedom. You see the difference between this and this? You see those blue skies, castles, flowers? He's coming. And whoever she was supposed to be with chose very poorly. And he loses out. Okay? The next card. Yep. Great abundance. Great abundance. Wheel of Fortune. Very good. There's the crows or the ravens to deliver the message. Don't worry. We've got this. We're here to tell you all will be well. All right? And the very last card, Magician. Spirits all over this. Okay? Yep. Spirits all over this. Spiritual abilities will no longer be dormant. What this woman is supposed to do with her new kingdom spouse, spiritual counterpart, with great fortune in mind. Wow, this is fantastic stuff. Okay, we're going to go forth. And nothing's going to stop it from happening. It's what I'm understanding of this. All right? So whoever this is, man, what a wonderful blessing you have coming your way. All right? Well, there you have it. That is the reading today. Okay? And I'll finish up very quickly with what I wanted to share about Geographical Energy Pockets. Okay. Yeah. How do I even begin? It all has to do with vibration and frequency. It does. It has to do with our senses. Okay. That's what my soul family is saying to emphasize. Where you look, what you smell, what you touch, and what you sense. Well, yeah, okay, what you hear. What they're saying is when you see flowers arrayed everywhere, you see bright, vibrant colors everywhere. You hear laughter. You see people gathering, congregating together, and they're happy and they're smiling. Those are high vibrating places and locations where energy is very positive. Then you go to other areas. Dingy, gray. Streets are kept very dirty. Yelling, screaming, sometimes a pungent smell. These are areas extremely low vibrating. Okay. And if a high vibrating person as a divine spark walks into a very dismal area, you're going to feel a warning maybe inside. You're gonna feel, oh gosh, I gotta get out of here. Pay attention to places you visit and you frequent. Okay, they matter. We coexist, positive with negative. We coexist with elevated and descending. The only difference is we don't know who we're coexisting with, okay? And again, as I shared before, we are avatars here. And anybody, again, if you research it, which I definitely invite you to do, near-death experiences, everybody will tell you the same thing. I feel so light. I don't feel heaviness of my body anymore. So anybody, any life origin can come here and be presented as a human. And that's something to keep in mind, because not everybody holds the same levels of energy. And if you don't want somebody who's low vibrating to be in your area, brighten the environment. Play higher levels of vibrational music. Flowers everywhere. Plants. Have happy gatherings. Okay? Because you are coming together as a collective, and you are creating energy pockets of higher vibration and frequency. And anybody who is struggling, who cannot be happy, who has numbed themselves because of drugs, alcohol, and sex addiction. And that's another whole topic altogether that has to be really explained in more detail. They're not going to feel so comfortable being there unless they're ready to. Okay? And as I've shared, all of these types of vices, they come with demon attachments. Entities truly do attach themselves to vibration and frequency. They themselves are energy. And because they themselves aren't in a human body, they have to attach themselves to someone who holds the same level and vibration of energy that they can exist in. Okay? All right. So, bottom line, be positive. Create around you how you want your life to be elevated in happiness and joy. And don't let anybody stop you from doing that. If you're with people who can't handle you doing that, then it's time for you to leave. It's time for you to find a new squad, as they call it. Okay? All right, Divine Sparks, there you go. That's the reading and the topic of the day. As always, I send you love and light energy. May you have a wonderful rest of your day, your evening, or your night, wherever you are. And until we come together again. All right, take care and bye-bye.